We gotta let the mouse and her lawyer cook. And we're going to talk about that today on The Legal Minds, where we teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is a fast facts video giving you the quick and dirty, the latest in legal news. In this case, VTuber news related to VShojo and Iron Mouse. And in this video, which we're going to review today, will take a little bit longer than a normal fast facts, but still be pretty brief. We're going to go over exactly what I said, which is give everyone time. And Iron Mouse perhaps needs the most time of all, considering she is at the center of this. She's got things to deal with like NDAs, potential labor law to get litigation, civil litigation, even getting involved in criminal investigations related to the charity side of this. So as every creator deserves patience, deserves trust, and deserves your time and respect and space. Iron Mouse, perhaps most of all, is in the very, very frustrating position of being at the head of this, but perhaps being able to say the very least. So without taking any further time here, let's turn to the mouse herself and see what she had to say in this stream where she was reacting to the Vebe tweet and also talking about kind of the situation. Let's let her take it from here.
And I'm taking my time with reconnecting with people.
I think that every streamer that...
thank you very much. I'm taking it very slow with getting to talk to people again.
Bumping this chat message.
Silence, TTS. I paused TTS. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for wanting me to talk to people, and I appreciate the fact that you guys just want us to all heal and reconnect and stuff. I'm going to be taking my time with things, but please do not pressure me to do anything. But don't worry. I am working on things, and I'm doing things at my own pace.
So one thing you guys got to realize when she's saying here is working on her own pace is that it's not just working on her own pace, but it's also what can she say even to other people. So this is another thing too, with like reconnecting with people and working with people. If there's any litigation component to that, if there's anything that could be a potential, NDA breach or disclosure breach, she's got to be very careful as well. So there's a lot of things. She's got to take her time. She's got to trust her lawyer, and she's got to do it at her own speed. So you guys have to understand that, like, while the sentiment is great, you have to let them do it when they can do it and not rush. Legal process does not happen overnight. Even if you're reaching a settlement, it's not something you reach in the blink of an eye. It's not something you get right away. It's something that takes time. So you have to understand that while you might want, in a perfect world, you have, a million collaborations and you'd all get together and chit chat about things. There's certain things you got to be careful about, particularly as it relates to legal strategy. So I'll let this play here.
Things at my own pace, it's a lot. I think just like everything that's been going on, processing everything has been extremely difficult. And it's tough. It's tough. It's tough not just for me. It's tough for everybody involved. So. Give people time. But I did read Vay's tweet, and that was holy shit. Jesus.
I mean, I completely agree with this one. This tweet was a freaking bombshell. And when I saw this tweet, and I've reacted to this when you guys can, hear me talking about that on previous streams. Wow. And I am pretty sure that she consulted with a lawyer before dropping that, because this was an absolute bombshell. And this was just, yeah, that was my instant reaction to seeing this. And I'm sure most of you who read that had the same instant reaction.
Holy Jesus. Man. Yeah, she popped off. Like, man, that she has balls. She's a giga chad. Like, no joke.
Indeed.
Yeah, you could tell she was waiting to say something for a while. And I'm glad that she got to say what she had to say. I'm really glad she got to say what she wanted to say. I feel like there are just so many people that just wanted to say stuff, but so many people were trapped behind NDAs and stuff, trapped behind crazy paperwork.
Yeah, and mostly the crazy paperwork are the crazy NDAs. And NDAs can be different. They can be different for each person, but the from what we know and what we've been disclosed, these NDAs are ridiculous. These NDAs are sometimes way beyond what they should be asking to keep confidential or keep hidden. So because of that, people have been very, very afraid to talk about it. And even with the company defunct, even with the company out of money, it still is a situation where they're thinking, okay, wait, can we really do this? Because even in this position, is Gun Run going to come out here and use his personal funds to try to defend these? Like, what's going to go on? So people are still gun shy about it. And Bebe, hopefully in consultation with a lawyer, got to the point where she said, you know what, I'm willing to put this out here. I'm willing to take this shot, which is commendable. But once again, understand that not everybody is in the same position. So while Vebe may be in a position to do that, or she may be advised to have done that, not every talent is in the same position to do that. So just because one can do it does not mean all of them can do it at the same time.
And could not speak. A lot of I'm trying to dance around things to not like outright say stuff, because unfortunately I am as much as I would like to say everything, I can't, because I'm in the middle of like I have a lawyer and I'm in the middle of like a legal thing going on.
A legal thing going on. A legal thing going on. Excuse me. There's probably a lot of legal things going on right now with Iron Mouse. So yes, she cannot say anything about this. And please, please, please do not push her. Let her lawyer cook. Let her lawyer get the goods. Because at the end of this, the payoff will be worth it. She eventually will be able to say so much more, perhaps everything. Perhaps she's going to be able to tell the whole story. There's possible there could be certain things that there's a settlement, etc., that aren't talked about. However, it's very likely she's able to tell a pretty complete story by the end of this saga.
So I can't really be as outspoken as everybody else, which is killing me, which pains me a lot, because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. And there have been things that I have seen. I have seen some things. I've seen some things. One particular thing that is frustrating the out of me that I really want to talk about, but I can't. And it's like I'm trying to like word this in a way where it's just like a way so that my lawyer doesn't get mad at me.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Does it involve the talent? I will say there are some staff members that were amazing. There are some staff members that were wonderful. And that
this is a huge hint right now. If there's some that are wonderful, what are the others? Hint, hint.
Tried their best. They tried their best. There were some staff members that truly had the feelings and thoughts of the talent in their hearts, and truly wanted to fix things and make things work.
So
and
good.
Some that did not understand the full picture of what was going on, because unfortunately there were a lot of people that were being misled and misinformation being relayed. One of I will just say that the biggest thing that, if I could say one thing that was the biggest problem, it would be communication. Because there was
I think that's fair to say. And I think she can say that without too much giving away too much. But you got to be very careful, because you can't say names, you can't absolve people yet, you can't call people out and say this specific person is great and this specific person is not, because we don't know yet. There's more investigation that might go in. Maybe some of the people, as we've seen, we saw certain tweets out by people that were involved at the executive level, right? The extent they say, oh, bro, this is Gun Run's fault, it's all Gun Run's fault. Hold on a second, buddy. You're copied on the memo, right? You're copied on the memo. So there's going to be people that have said, oh, no, it's not me, not it. And after some investigation, it might turn out that it indeed was them and they indeed had a problem, despite them saying, oh, no, it wasn't me. So we don't know yet, but I do believe in her entirely. I do believe Mouse entirely that some people were amazing. Of course, you work at any company, even the most evil corporation can have nice people. They can have a great, nice, kind secretary, right? They can have a great mailroom clerk. They can have certain people, even certain executives that are great people. And there can be people that are absolutely horrible and people that cause massive liability for the company.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And it was almost as if like communication was frowned upon, allegedly. In Minecraft. You know how sometimes
should be very careful. The Minecraft defense does not always work, Mounds. You got to be careful with Minecraft.
you're at a party and like you want to talk to your friends, but then someone at the party is like, hey, you know, you shouldn't tell your friends these things. So like don't talk to your friends about this. And you know, you're at that Minecraft party allegedly.
This is sounding like a pretty interesting Minecraft party. Was that Minecraft party held in San Francisco, California? Perhaps was the headquarters there?
I hate those types of parties. You know what I mean? You know. Anyway. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I'm really trying, y'all. Anyway, I am well aware. Like, it sucks. It sucks because it's like I see people like commenting on everything and like making videos and like talking about stuff. But it's like there's just so much that people just don't understand.
Yep.
And I can't talk about it fully. And I'm like, I can't really like I shouldn't really like talk about what I want to talk about because I can't give full context. So it's like, you know, my lawyer's sweating. My lawyer's sweating. No. Legal mindset understands, does he?
There we go. Yes. We get it. We get it on legal mindset. I get it. You guys get it. We all know that she's got to wait and we know what's going on there. Now, we don't know, right? We don't know the details. The only people that know the details are Iron Mouse and her lawyer. But what I'm telling you right now, and take this to the bank, is she is looking at a multitude of things, right? She's got to look at the NDAs. She's got to look at the civil claim. She's got to look at the charity fraud issues, right? We've got to look at if there's going to be any criminal prosecution. So you've got all these considerations, and she's got to do that with her lawyer, and only her and her lawyer are the only ones that know the full picture. And you have to let them and give them time to work this out. And then once they work it out, then we're going to be able to talk about it publicly. But got to calm down.
Does he understand?
I got you.
Yeah, it's like as much as I want to say we are free now, we're all free, we're indie, we're free.
Not yet.
I think the other girls are more free than me because I, you know, I'm the one that put out the video and the one that like started stuff.
Yes. So if anything comes back, so in terms of counterclaims, right? So let's say, you know, they're going to try to counter against her, right? Or, you know, go after her for the initial breach. So saying, hey, look, we could go after everybody. We're going to counter against Mouse. We're going to do some sort of counterclaim against her because of, you know, the breach of NDA, et cetera, you know, blah, blah, blah. The pressure is on her, both in terms of, you know, attacking and even potentially defending or having to defend against, you know, any sort of counters they might throw at her. So yes, most of the pressure is on her. And certainly because of the root of the charity funds and because the charity funds were coming from her, that's something that specifically relates to her and not necessarily every other streamer. And because that is high on her consideration list and getting the money to the IDF, which, by the way, Immune Deficiency Foundation, right? That is extremely important for her. So she has to take those considerations above and beyond the considerations of the other creators. And that's something that is a little bit unique to Iron Mouse.
So I'm not as free as everybody else, and I'm not as free as I'd like to be. I think the only person who understands is my lawyer.
100% agree with this. The only person who you got to trust is your own personal lawyer. And I'm not her lawyer. I don't represent Iron Mouse, which is why I can talk more freely about these things. Because once again, if you have attorney-client privilege, you have to keep this stuff secret. You can't talk about it, and you couldn't do anything to ruin her trial strategy. And I would, of course, never do that. Even if I had information, I would never do that to harm any sort of talent. But that's something they need to keep secret because you don't want to give away the moves. If they've got certain moves they're going to make or certain things they're going to play or certain actions they're going to take, they need to keep those close to the vest in their personal legal strategy. And she needs to tell absolutely no one other than her lawyer.
But we'll get there in time. I think in time we will. My main concern is that there's just gonna be stuff that I can't talk about, and I stress to my lawyer that like my biggest thing is wanting to just talk about stuff, which is important to me, and the charity. Number 1 was charity. Number 2 were the girls in Kuro, and number 3 was to talk about stuff. The priority.
And so she'll get all those things. So those priorities will be met. So she will eventually be able to satisfy, helping the others, right? That'll definitely happen at some point, right? It'll be helping the charity. That's going to happen at another point. And being able to talk about it, that's eventually going to happen, right? And then, of course, which she leaves because, Mouse is pretty selfless in this herself at the end here, saying, hey, also there's me and the fact I haven't been paid for a while. That's the thing out there too, right? But she'll get to those things. She will get to all those things in time.
Oh yeah, always myself always last. It's just who I am, honestly. It's like I said,
and that's why everybody absolutely loves her. So guys, once again, let Mouse and her lawyer cook. Give them the time and patience to be able to go through this process properly. The legal battle is not won in a day or an hour. It is something that takes time. It's something that moves slowly, but we all know in the end, Mouse and her lawyer, with the assistance of her lawyer, are going to prevail in this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
Are you guys enjoying the stream today?